What's going on, everyone, on YouTube? Your boy, the Memphis Accelerate, coming at you live with Card Talk. So we're going to take a look at new cards on YGO Pro. Let's get out of the way, folks. There's a lot of cards to look at, but the most important one we're going to start with first, Breaking Immersion. We got the first Link 6 monster, the only Link 6 monster at the moment. The Arrival Cyberse at Ignister, being a Dark Cyberse Link, 0 attack Link 6. Arrows pointing pretty much all in your favor except the one. They had to give the opponent something. So this card is just a big thing, and it is good because now Ignisters have their actual boss monster, and they can stop running Dark Fluid. Note, they're still going to run Dark Fluid. Regardless, what does this card actually do? This card is 3 monsters with different attributes, not a problem with Ignisters. Its effect is you can only control one, the Arrival Cyberse at Ignister. The original attack of this card becomes 1,000 times the number of Link materials used for its Link summon. It is unaffected by other card effects. And once per turn, you can target a monster on the field, destroy it, and if you do, summon an Ignister token, which is a Dark Level 1 monster with 0 attack and defense for the zone this card points to. Now, this card is slightly weaker than its anime counterpart. The anime version, I believe, gained 1,000 attack for every card you control, hence the token generation of this. I don't know why Konami took that part out if they were going to leave the token thing in. I mean, granted, generating the tokens, that's additional Link materials and all that good stuff. It kind of contrasts with, what was it, Ignister Island, which requires you to have nothing in the main monster zone to special summon things. So, it's a bit questionable there, but this is a monster that can have up to, let's see, 6,000 attack if you're really good about it. And, you know, be unaffected by everything. So, pretty nasty monster regardless. Again, I would have liked it if he'd kept the other effect. Granted, if you just set a bunch of cards, he would have been too powerful. Maybe that's why they took it out. Probably a smart move, but all in all, I'm glad to see that Ignister's got their boss monster. Can't wait to see what the next Link 6 monster will look like. That'll be interesting. What will the next Link 6 look like? When will Link 7, Konami? When will Link 6? But yes, all in all, I like Arrival being here. I gotta make my Ignister deck better just to satisfy this big boy. Anyway, we have a bunch of other cards to look over, so let's go lightning round on it. First off, Herald of Mirages. Heralds have a Link. Let that sink in. Light Fairy, 600 attack, Link 2. 2 monsters with the same type and attribute except tokens. Herald of Venus' effect is now a lot more applicable here, my folks. You're not just making Saryuja and shit with that. So what this card does is when a spell, trap, or effect is activated, you can send a fairy from hand to grave to negate and destroy. So they rolled the effects of green and purple together on that. If this card is sent to the grave by an opponent's card, you can add up to 2 ritual monsters and or ritual spells with different names from graveyard to the hand. I was about to say, if that was from the deck to the hand, that would have been like perfect, but from the graveyard gives you some recovery and stuff. Granted, your opponent has to get rid of it, but all in all, it's not bad. It's a good going first thing. If you're playing like a Herald deck, you make this and you make Herald to perfection. It's not bad. It's doable. I could deal with it. You know, I wouldn't play like 3 of it. 2 maybe a bit too much. Start at 1, see maybe going to 2 with that one. Next, we've got Samorg. He has his own Link now. Finally, I mean, for fuck's sake, the Samorg archetype was a thing when? I don't even remember. It was a while back. But regardless, now they have their own Link, being Link 3 Wind with 2,400 attack. Needs 2 monsters, including a winged beast, of course. Can't be used as Link material itself. Your opponent cannot target this card or winged beasts this card points to with card effects. Okay, gives the Samorgs just a smidge of protection, just a smidge. If this card would be destroyed by a battle, you can destroy a Samorg you control instead. It's a bit steep. I mean, if this guy's a little bigger, maybe. I mean, the field spell gives him a bit of a boost. It's okay, I suppose. I would have preferred destruction, period, but I guess destruction by battle will have to do. Let's see, what else? During the end phase, you can special summon a winged beast from hand or deck, whose level is equal or lower to the number of unoccupied spell trap zones on the field. Ooh. So basically, the less spell traps you and your opponent have, the better. Considering most people don't run a lot of set. Well, if you're up against a stall deck, this effect won't work very well at all. But at the very least, you'll be able to summon something. Because the Simorgh archetype runs the whole gambits of 1 to like level 8, was it? Something like that. Yeah, there's a lot of different levels for Simorghs and a lot of different monsters to summon with this effect. So I would definitely run a couple of Simorghs in your Simorgh deck. I'd say 2 max. 2 max would be perfect for Simorgh. Run with it. I mean, although, if you're playing Domain, and Monarchs, maybe just run 1. That way you can go into this and still play Domain. Next up, we've got the Mecha Phantom piece. They have a link for some reason. I don't know why, but they do. It's a link 3, being a 2 machine monster card. If this card's link summoned, summon 3 tokens. Oh my goodness, I was so scared for a minute that this wouldn't summon tokens. Like, how bad would that be if the Mecha Phantom Beast 2 link didn't summon tokens? But yeah, it says auto summons 3 tokens, but you can't link summon for the rest of the turn. So basically, you have one of your Mecha Phantom Beasts, you link summon this thing, summon more tokens, do Mecha Phantom Beast things. That's basically the idea of this. Once per turn, you contribute up to 3 monsters to apply one of these effects. You tribute 1 to destroy a card, 2 to summon a Mecha Phantom Beast from the deck, very nice. 3, add a trap from grave to hand. What? I mean, recursion of any trap in the game is cool, Solemns, but why? Second effect, definitely the best one, because you tribute 2 tokens, summon a Mecha Phantom Beast. That level will go up as well as the other one. Go for Xyz plays, Draco Sack, perhaps. Things of that nature. So, all in all, nice card. Mecha Phantom Beast players should be happy. Next, we've got an artifact, Dagda. Artifacts are getting a link, freaking finally. Now they just need more extra deck monsters to make it matter. So this card requires 2 monsters with different names. I forgot he's a 1500 attack light fairy, by the way, if you were curious. When the effect of another card on the field is activated, you can set an artifact from hand or deck, but destroy during the opponent's next end phase. Alright, interesting. Get any artifact out. Very nice. Chain it to something that pops all your back row, and it's even better. What else do you do? This link summon card's destroyed. Summon an artifact. You can special summon an artifact from grave in defense mode. Alright, works for me. Let me double check something really fast. Let's see. This card is special immunity. Okay, yeah, I mean, basically if you revived like Moral Attack during your opponent's turn or something, that would work. If your opponent popped this before doing all of their combos, you can summon Scythe to lock them out of stuff. The second effect isn't as good. I prefer the first effect. This is a one-of sort of thing. Still nice, though, and I like the art. He's like a spiky boy, or... No, wait, there's the dude. What weapon is this supposed to be? Is it a ray gun? It's a ray gun. Definitely a ray gun. Next, Abyss Actors have a link. I didn't expect that one. It's a link 1, being a Dark Fiend with 800 attack. Needs an Abyss Actor Pendulum monster, so no problems at all summoning this thing out. You can target a card in your Pendulum zone to special summon it, and then place an Abyss Actor Pendulum monster with a different name from that special summon monster from deck, or face up in the extra monster zone, or extra deck, from your deck, or face up from the extra deck into the Pendulum zone. But you can't normal special summon monsters for the rest of the turn except Abyss Actors. So this card is actually really good. That card is really good. You set any Pendulum scale, you special summon that monster, replace it with Madonna or whatever. And yeah, this thing just kickstarts all your plays basically. It's simple, basic Abyss Actor stuff. So Abyss Actor players might be coming back, folks. Let me tell you what, I would run this as might be a 3 of, 2 or 3, definitely. Not a 1 of, it's definitely a 2 or 3 of. We've got the Abyss Actor, or not the Abyss Actor, this is a Mayakashi Link 4. Basically, it negates things that are banished, so hits Thunder Dragons and Shiranuis and Metaphes. Those guys really don't like this card. Granted, my Akashis don't really go into something like this too often, so we'll see about that. If a monster is special summoned from the grave, or if a monster effect is activated in the grave, target a face-up monster on the field, change it to attack to 0, and negate its effects. Wow. So a permanent attack reduction and effect negation. You can use this effect up to twice per turn. It's like Ballardrock's evil wife. Ugh. I don't appreciate Ballardrock's evil wife, but I'm sure my Akashi players will like it. I would play it as a 1 of at best. Maybe 2 if you're feeling frisky about it. But all in all, not bad. Not bad. Sky Striker's got a new link. Nobody cares. We got Tenyi. I'm joking. We'll go back to the Tenyi. Okay, this is a link to Sky Striker Sieg Dark Machine. Same basic stats as a Sky Striker. This needs 2 monsters, however. This is a link to Sky Striker, so no crazy shenanigans here. What do you do, lady? Must be link summoned. You can only summon this card once per turn. And this card's link summoned. Target a face-up monster on the field. Banish it till the opponent's next end phase. Once per turn, target other card you control. This card gets 1,000 attack. Send that card to graveyard. Alright, so targeted banishment for a turn. Permanent attack increase for getting rid of your cards, usually Hercules base. Considering Sky Strikers keep getting hit on the ban list, I don't see them having much future left. This is like the last gasp for them. Run a couple of these cards if you feel like it. Two max. Sky Strikers aren't really known for their swarming anyway, sitting, Hornet bits and all that. So, yeah, that's definitely a 2 of at best. Poor me. Okay, next. More importantly, Tenyi Spirit Sahara Saba. Link 4 Tenyi effect monster. Boo. Boo. You're an effect monster. Boo. What do? 2 worms. While you control a face-up non-effect monster, which you're not, your opponent cannot target effect monsters for attacks or target them with card effects. So you're going to throw your friends under a bus? I despise you. I mean, granted, if you could make this and somehow make Ogre on top of it, it would be really good. But at the same time, why would I bother making you? You must have some other effect. You can target an effect monster your opponent controls. Summon Tenyi tokens. Oh, great. Introduce tokens to Tenyis. That won't go badly anywhere. Oh, wait. You have questionable attack. Its attack becomes the original attack of the target. So basically, this is Ronin Raccoon Sandayu, but as a link monster. Alright. I'm actually slightly intrigued now. Yeah, it's unusual. I don't usually like it when Archetypes introduce new gameplay mechanics into their cards, but maybe run this as a 1 of. I wouldn't run it any more than that. It's fine. It's fine. It's not great, but it's fine, sort of thing. So, it's fine. That's all I can say about it. It's fine. We got Access Code Talker, aka the thing that was in the final episode of Reigns, being a link for Dark Cyberse, 2300 attack. If it's link summoned, target a link monster that was used as link material for its link summon. This card gains attack equal to that monster's link rating times 1,000. You can banish a link monster from the field or graveyard to destroy a card your opponent controls. For the rest of this turn, you cannot banish monsters with the same attribute to activate this effect. And your opponent cannot do anything in response to the activation of this card's effect. So basically, this is your near the end of the game. Your graveyard's full of stuff. You summon this to start popping your opponent's stuff kind of effect. So it's pretty dang powerful. It's got that you cannot respond to it. It's basically freaking, it's on the tip of me tongue. It's on the tip of my tongue. Why can't I remember what it's? Super Poly. I blurred it there for a second. It's Super Poly on legs in terms of its ability to just say, no, you're not allowed to respond to me. So, pretty dang powerful card. It just takes a heck of a lot of setup to make it worth it. So, run as a 1 of. It's another 1 of card. We got Proxy Magician. Magician, I apologize. Needs 2, let's see, Fire, Cyberse, 1400 attack. I don't think this does that much. During the main phase, fusion summon a fusion monster using fusion materials. You control this fusion material. I think I'm about to, basically you fuse with things on your field with this thing. If a fusion monster is fusion summoned to a zone this card points to, summon a monster with 1,000 or less attack from your hand. Alright, so basically just, it's a link that lets you fusion summon. It's pretty basic and simple, so alright, I'm fine with that. Run as a one-of. A lot of one-ofs in this episode. Splash Magician being another water Cyberse link, 1100 attack this one. Target a Cyberse in the grave, summon it in defense but negate its effects. But you can't special summon for less than 10 except Cyberse monsters, so just good for link climbing essentially. Next, Link Cross being an actual cross. Light Cyberse 900 attack. If this card's link summoned, summon tokens up to the link rating of the material used for this card's link summon. What? This card's link summon, special summon link tokens up to the link rating of the materials. So you're supposed to use a link monster to make this thing. Okay. Also, you cannot use link tokens as link material for the rest of this turn. I mean, if you could link during your opponent's turn with a high link monster, maybe this would be worth it, but, I mean, there are ways to do that, but at the same time, this seems kind of overblown. I don't care for it very much. I'm sure someone will find a way to abuse it, but otherwise, ignore this card. And next, there's the Arrival. So we're done with the extra monster cards. Lots of good things. A lot of one-ofs, to be honest. Well, you know, this is a 1 or 2 of. This is a 3. That's definitely a 2 or 3. That's a 1. That's a 3. That's a 1, a 1, a 1, a 1. Okay. So let's go ahead to look at these few main deck cards. We got Parallel Exceed. This is a level 8 Wind Cyberse with 2000 attack defense. If special summoned by the effect of Parallel Exceed, it becomes level 4. Its original attack and defense become halved. You can only use these effects once per turn. If you link summon while this card's in the hand, you can special summon this card to the zone that monster points to. If this card's normal special summoned, you can summon another one from me. So basically what this is making Firewall Exceed Dragon easier. Or any Link 4, or any, you know, rank 4 Exceed really. But other than that, it's kind of cloggy. I mean, granted, you can run trading with it. So if you want to run a couple of these, go right ahead. We've got Eye Contact, another Ignister card. If Ignister Island is in your field zone, reveal Ignister Island from your hand, place it on the bottom of your deck, and then draw 3 cards. Very nice bit of draw power there. It's very situational, but the fact that it lets you draw 3 cards makes you worth running at least 2 copies of this card. So, nothing else to say there. That's all there is to it. And finally, we've got IQ, a continuous trap that states, activate this card only if you control an Ignister monster. Each player can only link summon once per turn while this card's in the spell trap zone. But during the standby phase, you must tribute a link monster or destroy this card. So basically, you do your Behold Ignister plays, bring out the Arrival. Trigger this, your opponent can't link summon more than once, unless your opponent's playing something that doesn't really care about link summoning very much. They're going to be in a bit of a bind. So basically, you do that, and then you just let this thing die and run over your opponent. So, not as good as Eye Contact, but it's certainly worth running a copy or two, depending on... It's a side deck card, really. More of a side deck thing. But anyway, that is the episode, everybody. I hope you very much enjoyed this bevy of cards. Everybody's getting link monsters. Where's the Chronomaly link? Dang it. Where's the Iron Chain? Where's the Iron Chain stuff? Come on. Konami, hurry up. Anyway, I hope you very much enjoyed this video. Smash like if you did. Let me know which of these cards is your favorite. What do you think of the Arrival arriving in the TCG? Well, technically it's the OCG, but you know what I mean. Regardless, I'll see you guys again next time that there's more cards on good old YGO Pro. See you next time, everybody. Take care.